April alone, I was able to make $98,000 with just 2 clients doing growth operating. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it and how you can do the same. So I suggest you turn off your phone and pay extreme attention to the whole video because I'm going to drop a lot of value. I'm going to explain to you what growth operating is and how you can find the right creators to partner up with so you can start making as much money as possible as soon as possible. Also, I'm going to tell you the reasons why you haven't been successful with growth operating if you've tried it in the past, because some gurus lie to you about this business model. But I'm going to teach you the right way of doing growth operating in 2025. I'm going to start by explaining what growth operating is and what exactly you would be doing as a growth operator. I'm also going to tell you why I think this is the best business model to start in 2025. And yes, stay tuned and let's get into it. So, what is growth operating? I see a lot of different names when it comes to this business model, and there are some names that you have probably seen online on YouTube. Some people call it growth operating, some people call it info product agency, other people call it IPGA, or I think it stands for info product growth agency. I don't know, it's a lot of different names. And maybe there are other names around, I don't know. But let me tell you one thing, it's all the same fucking thing. Everything I've just mentioned, growth operating, info product agency, IPGA, it's all the same thing. If you see gurus online telling you, oh, don't do growth operating, it's a scam, start an info product agency or do IPGA instead, it's the same thing. Don't listen to them because they're lying to you. It's the same thing. Just know it's a trick. It's a trick, and it's a marketing trick to make you think that it's a new, untapped business model. And if you start this business model, you're going to become rich quick. But yeah, don't fall for it. It's just a marketing trick. By giving a business model a new name, they make it sound unique and new. So those of you who have shiny object syndrome will start thinking, oh, this sounds interesting. Maybe I should do this instead of doing this other thing that I'm doing. And yeah, you start jumping from business model to business model. So you end up starting 1,000 business models and not being successful in any one of them. So don't fall for it. It's all the same stuff. It's all the same shit. Growth operating, IPGA, it's all the same shit. All a growth operator really is a marketer. It's a full stack marketer. It's marketing. It's digital marketing, basically. So what do I mean when I say full stack marketer? I mean that you need to be able to understand marketing as a whole. If you want to be successful at this, you need to have a skill set. And a skill set is just a set of multiple skills. Learning just one skill is not enough if you want to be successful, at least in this business model. However, if you start learning and stacking multiple high income skills, then you'll become much more valuable and the clients will spend much more money for your services. Some of the skills that you need to have in order to be a growth operator are, sales psychology, funnel building, copywriting, offer creation, and there are more. But truth is, you've been lied about this business model. You've been told that all you have to do is find a creator and help them build a school community. Like, that's super easy and it doesn't require a lot of work. But the problem is once you find a creator to work with, you have no idea what to do next because you don't know shit. You have no skills. You probably don't have any of the skills I've mentioned, and you have no business experience in general. So the problem is not that growth operating doesn't work. The problem is that you have no idea how to deliver good results and you end up making a mess and losing the clients. The creator is going to notice that you don't know what you're doing and he or she is going to drop you and they don't want to work with you anymore. So there is a learning curve to this business model. And if you're a complete beginner, you're going to have to learn the necessary skills. You can't run away from it. You're going to have to learn the skills. Now, I know what you're thinking. It sounds like a lot. And yes, you're right. It's not easy. But guess what? Nothing is easy. Starting a business is not easy. Making money online is not easy. Nothing worth having is easy to get. If it were easy, then anyone could have it. If it was easy to make money and start a business, everyone would start a business and become a millionaire. But it's not. You have to work and you have to learn the skills. And you have to work hard if you really want it. I was a broke college student and I had shiny object syndrome, just like you probably. I was jumping from business model to business model thinking that I was going to get rich fast. When I decided to stick to one thing and I started learning some real skills, everything changed for me. I went from making zero to over 200K in less than a year. And I know this can happen to you too, but only if you stick to one thing, whatever it is. You don't have to do what I'm saying. You don't have to do growth operating. Whatever it is, just pick one thing and stick to it. Now, going back to what growth operating is, as I said, is a full stack marketer. So, what do you do exactly? You help creators make more money using your marketing skills. You help them scale or launch an offer. For example, let's say you find a creator who makes videos where he or she teaches how to play the guitar. Let's say the creator doesn't have a product. You can help him create a product, create an offer, and sell that product to his audience. You do some market research, guiding on what kind of offer he could create. You actually create the offer for him. You do the landing page, script the VSL, and all the other stuff. If the creator has an offer already, then you can help them scale. You can say something like, "Hey man, I've taken a look at your funnel, and I think if you change this, you could make an extra 10K a month, or you could definitely be making more money if you change this thing about your funnel," something like that. And the reason why you can do this is that the creator doesn't know anything about marketing. They're just creators. They just want to make videos about, their specific topic, and they don't want to worry about marketing and sales and all that stuff. And that's basically your job as a growth operator. You're basically acting as a record label. What a record label does is giving full support to artists. So when they sign an artist, they give him like money, a studio where to record. They do the marketing and everything else. So the artist has to only focus on making music. And you're doing the same thing by providing full support to these creators so they can focus on making more content. Because if they have more time to make more content, they're gonna have a lot of views. They're gonna have more views. More views equal more leads, and more leads equals more money. So now you know what a growth operator is and what we do as growth operators. Let me tell you why I think this is one of the best business models you can start learning in 2025. The reason why I think you should start this is because there is an industry that's projected to grow by $800 billion by 2030, and that's the digital product industry. Everyone is making content. You can see it online. It's a fact. Everyone is starting to make content. Content is king. It's the way to go nowadays. But not everyone knows how to monetize their audience. The truth is that more and more people are starting to realize that selling some kind of digital product is the best way to make money. That's why in the next few years, there are going to be millions of people who will start creating digital products. And the problem is they don't know how to sell because they are creators. They're not marketers. They don't know anything about marketing. And that's why they need you. I'm telling you, if you take this seriously and you actually spend time learning the skills, you are going to make so much money. And the best thing is you don't need 20 clients to make a lot of money. You could potentially make 10K a month with just one client, especially if you get a percentage of the revenue. Other reasons why I think this is the best business model is that you don't need money to start. You don't have to spend a single dime. You can start completely for free from anywhere in the world. It's a less stressful business model because, as I said, you don't need to manage 20 clients. As if you're a copywriter and you want to make 10 to 20K a month, you're going to have a lot of clients. You're going to have at least maybe 10, 15 clients, depending on your level of experience or whatever. But it's very hard to make over 30K a month with just copywriting, for example. With this business model, you can have like 1 or 2 clients and make 30, 50, even more 100K a month. And that means that if you have less clients, you're working less. You don't have to work, 10, 12 hours a day. You can work a few hours a day, still make all this money. Now, I know it sounds too good to be true, but as I say, there is a problem with this business model, which is not really a problem. It's only a problem if you're lazy, to be honest. If you're lazy and you don't want to work hard, then it's a problem. But if you actually want to make money, it's not a problem. And this problem is that there is a learning curve to this business model. You need to have skills, you need to be competent, and you need to know what you're doing. But just take a second to think about it. If you want to make money online, you're going to have to learn a skill regardless. It doesn't matter what you're going to have to learn a skill. So you might as well learn the skills, take the time to learn the skills and do a business model where you can make you can get a couple clients and make 50 to 100K a month working a couple hours a day. It's not possible to make money if you don't know how to do anything. Nobody's gonna pay you if you don't know how to do shit. The amount of money you make is directly proportional to the amount of value you bring to the table. The more value you bring to the table, the more people are willing to spend and pay you. And I really want you to think about what I've just said. The amount of money you can make is directly proportional to the amount of value you bring to the table. You need to put this in your head. You need to remember this. If you're not making money right now, it's because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve to make 10, 20, 30K a month because you don't have the skills. You bring nothing to the table. You've probably been sold the dream that you can make money without having a skill. And I'm sorry, but it's just not true. The sooner you realize that you need to put your head down and start learning a skill, the sooner you start making money. So don't be lazy. But there is a good news. We are in 2025 and we have AI. So we can use AI to help us learn and work faster. So honestly, you have no excuses. You can start learning using AI to accelerate the process. And as I said before, it's only a problem if you're lazy. If you're not lazy, it's not a problem. You can start making money. So the only thing standing between you and your first 10K a month is your laziness. The only thing standing between you and your first 10K a month is your laziness. Okay, now you know what growth operating is and you know why this is the best business model to start. Now I'll explain to you what I mean when I say partner up with creators. I'm going to give you specific examples so you know exactly what kind of creators to look for. You can find these creators on social media, either YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, Twitter or X. But in my opinion, YouTube and Instagram are the best. So this is the step-by-step process. First, you pick a niche. You can choose any niche you like. Honestly, there is money to be made in every niche. Yes, some niches are more profitable than others, but you can choose whatever you want. Obviously, if you choose the BizOp, the make money online space, is the best niche, for quick results, and you can make more money in this niche. But it's also very competitive and saturated. So, it's up to you. You can choose your niche. The second thing you need to do is to start looking for creators in that niche. Ideally, these creators have between 10 to 80 to 100K followers or subscribers. And I think that's a sweet spot. Third, once you find a potential partner, it's time to do the outreach, to send a message. You're going to have to spend some time doing a little bit of research on that creator, and you send them a message providing a lot of value. And the secret when you're doing outreach is, provide value up front. They have to see that you care about their business and that you're not just there to take their money, but that you genuinely want to help them grow. So don't be salesy, don't be too salesy. Remember that you're talking to another human being. Try to be genuine and to provide as much value as you can up front. You have to provide so much value up front that it would be stupid for them to not want to work with you. Fourth and last step, once they reply to your message, you get them on a call and you close the deal. On the call, you're going to explain how you can help them. You're going to go more in detail about, what it is that you do, how you can help them grow and scale. And again, on the call, you have to be genuine. Don't be needy. Don't be pushy. Don't be too salesy. I don't care how desperate you are for money. If they sense that you just want to make money, they're not going to want to work with you. So don't be needy. Don't be desperate for money. When it comes to pricing your service, you have different options. You can charge a setup fee or you can get a percentage of the revenue or both. It really depends. You're going to have to negotiate a little bit depending on the type of creator you're working with, the size of the audience, the size of the offer. Also, it depends on your experience. If you're just starting out and you have no experience and you're not confident about the kind of results you can deliver, maybe you can charge a lower setup fee and maybe get a higher percentage of the revenue. But it depends. It's different for every situation, I think. If you're just starting out, you're going to have to negotiate a little bit and see what's best, depending on, each case. But yeah, that's all for this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you. And I'll see you in the next one.